Unisa's first female principal and vice-chancellor, Professor Puleng Lenkabula, says South Africa and its society must tackle gender inequalities in the workplace and family structures to realize the future that the country hopes for. Lenkabula saying that it's indisputable that the victims hardest hit by COVID-19 are women, and African women in particular. She joins us now on the line. Good evening, Professor Lenkabula. Pleasure to have you on the show. In terms of this argument about the impact that COVID-19 has had, in particular on society and on women, how would you say that this is currently translating itself in terms of the protests that we're watching by students now?
I wish to first and foremost, Kathy, thank you, but also convey my condolences to the family of Ndumba who lost his life. I'm quite worried around the manner in which the students are expressing their discontent around the challenges of financing of higher education, particularly because the challenges of possibilities of coming into contact with COVID or spreading it are quite high. However, the issues that they are raising must not be trivialized, neither should the challenges that the Department of Higher Education is raising also be trivialized.
How is Unisa going to respond to this issue?
Yes, Unisa has a tradition of addressing and supporting students on the margins. Let me start by first saying we have 60% of our students supported by National Financial Aid Scheme. That implies that of the 370,000 students that we enroll, 60% of undergraduate studies are helped. Then it gives you an understanding of what income or economic location they come from. And for this reason, we've always requested, and we still request them to sign a commitment to paying when they are able to do that, or when NFSAS is able to do that, so that they can register. And for this, we are committing to ensuring that they register, they receive the requisite study materials, and as they study, then the issues of financing can be wrestled with.
And for those students who
allow students to register is not a new one for us.
Sorry to come in there, Professor Lenkabula. For those students who are not covered by NSFAS and who would require some of the registration fees or who would have historical debt with the institution, how is Unisa responding to that?
Unisa has always given them the opportunity to sign an acknowledgement of debt and therefore to allow them to participate in the learning process. In 2021, that is still the strategy that we're having, where we're saying when a student comes, they register, they acknowledge that they do not have the resources right now, but they would like to study, and they commit through the acknowledgement of debt, we assist them. That has always been the tradition, and probably that's a tradition we have had to develop primarily because majority of our students in undergraduate studies level in particular are supported by NFSAS or are in that space where they vacillate between NFSAS but also having some money. So that's the missing middle in the other speak.
Let's talk about the court ruling from last week, which says that Unisa effectively has to take the 20,000 students that the minister had said should not be eligible to be on the student list this year. How is that affecting your operations, or how is it going to affect your operations?
I think Unisa has always been committed to allowing and having education accessible, and the point has not been that we were not willing to take in the 20,000. The point was that we have had fluctuating enrollment management, and we've had to comply to stabilize enrollment management. So the court ruling is not going to affect our commitment to ensuring that we support students who want to pursue higher education in order to improve their plight as well as to utilize their access to higher education to shaping their lives and their future and that of South African and the continent's societies.
Unisa's Vice-Chancellor, Professor Puleng Lenkabula. Prof, we're going to have to leave it there for tonight. Thanks for coming onto the show.